Well, the electric highway is about the need for us to reduce emissions, greenhouse gases mainly. You know that regarding the overall greenhouse gas emission situation, transport sector is contributing some 23-24% to that, and we all in almost all countries by now have rather ambitious emission reduction targets, and currently there is no clear trend seen for the transportation sector. So one idea is to try to replace fuel diesel related propulsion for heavy-duty vehicles, and in doing so one could then obviously substantially reduce the emissions coming from that part of the transport sector. So the idea is about environmental friendliness, so to speak, and the idea also is about being able to deploy technologies which to some extent are already proven. And if we look at the rail sector, then we see the catenary pantograph system as such being functioning in a very stable mode, and the idea was to deploy such a technology also for heavy-duty vehicles. This then would mean that we have hybrid trucks, and hybrid trucks could operate in electrical mode during some part of their journey.
How do you see the role of electromobility in general?
Electromobility for us is the future because typically the efficiency is quite superior to all other alternatives, be it fuel hydrogen cells or be it diesel propulsion. We typically have an efficiency for the energy consumption which is about twice as high, and from that perspective we feel that many of the problems which foreseeably are coming up can be addressed.
What role does intelligent infrastructure play for autonomous driving?
For us, it's a need to complement the intelligence of a autonomously driving vehicle. We have three main requirements in order to make autonomous driving successfully. First of all, safety is not to be compromised on, I think quite clearly. Secondly, we have to make sure that these systems are functioning in all environmental conditions. So also when there are icy or snowy or heavy weather conditions, and there sometimes our existing sensor systems fail. The third thing is that we would be looking at something which we call the ease of traffic, which means that also in high density traffic, you need to have a certain minimum or average speed which needs to be achieved, and today's vehicles, due to the safety constraints they are following up on, would rather stop as soon as something which is not fully recognized is sort of entering their field of vision. And from that perspective, we feel that in areas of high density traffic, it's needed to complement that, and that is what we're working on.
I take it there's no question that autonomous vehicles are the future.
Well, autonomous vehicles, from our perspective, provide many advantages, and to some extent, I believe we have not fully in sight the advantages which may arise from such technologies, like additional safety levels. Please bear in mind we have some 1.3, 1.4 million deaths in traffic per year globally. So if that could be reduced substantially, I believe that would be a benefit. Secondly, we would be able to provide much more comfort during the traveling times. I mean, while many people like to drive a car, and I'm part of that group as well, we still perhaps could think of doing something differently in, let's say, 1 or 2 hours a day, and work on different issues or doing something else. And from that perspective, I believe safety will increase, comfort levels will increase, and if it's combined with electrical propulsion, then I believe also the emission situation will change dramatically.